Well, today I thought I'd do a bit of a review and test ride of Wifey's VTR250. It's a 2007 model, also known as a V2 Sport, a VTR V2 Sport. It's the last year that they did before EFI, so it's carbureted, it's got a choke. So I've just been cleaning the bikes, then taking them for a run to dry them off, a bit of a polish and doing the chains. So cold start, stick it on, about half a choke. No throttle. She's away and running. V-twin. Single disc brake in the front, single disc brake in the back. Very impressed with this bike. For a 250, it's got a good amount of grunt. It's got, it's very torquey. Revs up to 15,000, I think. Oh no, sorry, 11,000. 12,000 is a red line, 11.5 starts a red line. She'll do 110 quite comfortably. One of the best things about this bike is I think it's beautiful. It really is a lovely bike. It's got a bit of a classic look. What we've done to change it, we got some Pirelli Sport Demons on, which are really good tyres. It used to feel very squirrely, like it was always moving around underneath you. It didn't have complete grip in the road. These tyres seem to have fixed that. The other thing we did, we got these fatty Vista mirrors off the internet. They weren't very dear, about 40 bucks. Now, it has taken away from the classic look a little, but it sort of matches the Ducati Monster, which this is kind of a look-alike of. Some people refer to it as a mini Monster. Very beautiful bike. It's never put a beat wrong. I've never had to put a drop of oil in it, except when it's having a service, change the oil, but it never loses or uses oil. It's been very forgiving on the chain. I do very regular chain maintenance, so that does help, of course. So that was over a month ago, and I did the test ride, and it was great. I said all sorts of things and forgot to press record. All of you who are saying, what an idiot, I can only agree. Here goes the test ride on the VTR250. It does ride beautifully in town. Very easy bike to ride. Very capable. Second or third usually ride town. And it's got a great across the board power range really. And being the V-twin, it's got decent power at most rev ranges. 5 gears, 1 down, 4 up. And I'll put some other specs on the screen with this lovely backdrop right now. Very stable bike at slow speeds. Very easy to stay up, except when a truck comes you might have to put your foot down for a second. Well, let's do a 0 to 100. Oh, except this guy is not going to do it. So as you can see, it's pretty capable. So we're sitting at 100 now, 5th gear, 7,000 revs. There's plenty of power in this bike. It's definitely a good bike for a beginner. A good bike for a woman perhaps, because it's a little short on the seat height, which does help. It does have a slightly aggressive position. You're leaning slightly forward. The street fighter sort of style. It's actually quite a comfortable bike, to be honest. Wifey finds it a little bit of a strain after a while, just that leaning forward thing. But I must admit I find it very comfortable. My arms are longer, I can sit a little bit more upright. The dashboard, we've got kilometers per hour on the left, RPM on the right. It's got your indicator both ways, left and right, high beam, neutral. The temperature gauge, which is nice. It doesn't have a fuel gauge, which is why we try to remember to zero the odometer every time we fill it up. So we're going to pull out of this traffic in about 2 minutes and have a little bit more fun. I'll show you how good this bike is. Nipping around the back roads and throwing it around. Very good bike. Alright, here we go. Okay, we're all clear behind. Just going to test the brakes here. So not quite an emergency stop, but let's say a pretty fast stop. So here we go, after this side. Here we go. Pretty good. Definitely more than sufficient for the size and weight and power of this bike. I think one of the other pluses about this bike for me, I don't like to be like everybody else, you know. I mean, sorry to say it to people who have them, and they're lovely bikes, but you know, so many people get a Ninja 250 to start off, and they all look like Ninja 250s, and so I'd say the top speed would be about 130. Where was I? Yes, this bike just doesn't look like all the other 250s out there. They're mostly sports bikes or street bikes, or you know, they all look very much alike. This is different. Looks like a mini monster. And I noticed when I first used to go out riding on it, it actually would turn heads, you know, from other bikers and things. And you know, it's a beautiful looking bike, and it's not like all the other ones. Now that's just me, that's just the way I feel about it. Other people may particularly like one of the bikes that many people have for very good reason, you know. I'm sure they're great bikes, a lot of them. There's just that little thing for me of having a bike that's not like what everybody else has. That's uphill, 4th gear. The bike itself is very stable, holds the road very well. 5th gear, up a steep hill, slight acceleration, that's pretty good. It's got enough power to shoot you out of the corners. You do get used to the fact if you really want the power, you're up above between 7,000 and 10,000 revs. That's where you've really got some pickup. I'll just back it off a little bit because I want to have a really good go at this hill. So this is one of our favourite little short rides here. A little uphill twisty section coming up. We used to do it on the Kimco 125. By the time it got to the top, you were doing about 70. Okay, 5th gear. Holding its own at 5th. Getting to a steeper bit now. I'm going to drop to 4th. Let's pick it up speed. What a bike, what a 250, this is bloody great. Almost picked up too much speed. So there you go, the Honda VTR250. A great bike, an absolutely great bike. It's very forgiving with having the torque that it does have. Very stable. It's nice and compact for the traffic, and it's a lot of fun as well. It's got enough guts to be enough fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's a little walk around and review of Wifey's Honda VTR250. A bike that we reckon we will never sell because we like it that much. Thanks for watching, guys. Ride safe.